In the last couple of years, the 3D visualization field became a very competitive market. There are thousands of companies out there that are creating 3D renderings, and they are all trying to be better than the competition. But what is that makes a render to stand out? This is a render that I made a couple of years ago, and in this episode I will explain you my method of making renders that stand out. If you're curious about that, then stay tuned and let's jump into it. So before I start working on the project, I'm creating a PDF with all the needed information to create the project. But before moving to that, let's talk about the most important topic to any project, and that is the storytelling. Storytelling is the act of conveying a narrative or a sequence of events through words, images, or other forms of communications. It is an essential and fundamental aspect of human culture dating back to ancient times when stories were passed down orally from generation to generation. Storytelling serves as a means to entertain, educate, inspire, and connect individuals across different cultures and societies. Stories provide a way for individuals to share experience, ideas, and emotions, fostering effective communication and understanding among people. Stories have the power to captivate and engage an audience, making information more memorable and impactful. By presenting information in a narrative form, storytelling increases the likelihood of retention and comprehension. Stories have the ability to evoke emotions and create empathic connections. By immersing listeners or readers in a narrative, storytelling can generate empathy, compassion, and understanding towards characters or situations depicted in the story. This emotional connection can be a powerful tool for influencing attitudes, behaviors, and social change. Stories have the ability to inspire and motivate individuals. They can convey powerful messages, impart moral lessons, and ignite the imagination. By presenting characters overcoming challenges, achieving personal growth, or embodying admirable qualities, storytelling can inspire listeners or readers to aspire to greatness, pursue dreams, and make positive changes in their own lives. Overall, storytelling is important because it serves as a vehicle for human connection, understanding, and personal and social growth. It has the capacity to entertain, educate, and inspire, making it a powerful tool for communication and shaping the world we live in. Okay, so now we know what storytelling means. Let's have a look at one example from photography. So this picture is one of the famous pictures out there. If you don't know it yet, I'm telling you, from now on it will stay with you for the rest of your life. I'm sorry for that, but this is how storytelling works. In 1993, Kevin Carter, a renowned South African photojournalist, ventured to Sudan with the purpose of documenting the devastating famine. His captured image depicted a frail child collapsed on the ground while a vulture ominously lingered nearby. The photograph not only sparked public outrage due to its horrifying subject matter, but also triggered substantial criticism directed at the photographer himself, questioning his decision to photograph the child instead of offering immediate assistance. The weight of that particular day, combined with the subsequent barrage of condemnation, continued to haunt Carter until he tragically took his own life in 1994. For the sake of accuracy, it should be noted that the child's mother was reportedly present at the scenes, and the child was never in immediate danger of being attacked by the bird. Furthermore, the image was captured using a long telephoto lens, which captured the scenes, creating an illusion that the bird was closer to the child than it actually was. So, no need to thank me, but I hope that now you understand why the storytelling is so important also in 3D visualization. So, now let's move back to my PDF file, and as you can see, these are all the pages that I'm creating on a PDF, and now we're gonna talk about the narrative. As you can see in this project, I made a research and found these beautiful images with Marilyn Monroe reading a book and listening to music in the same time. The narrative in an image refers to the story or message conveyed through visual elements, composition, and the overall context of the image. It plays a crucial role in capturing the viewer's attention, engaging them emotionally, and conveying information effectively. Here I'm trying to find images with beautiful architecture that can express the narrative of my future image. As you can see, I chose some images with classical elements because that is an element that expresses well-being, high education and comfort. A mood board helps establish a visual direction for the project. It allows you to gather and organize images that reflects the desired style, atmosphere and mood for the final rendering. By having a clear visual reference, you can ensure that the rendering aligns with the client's expectations and design goals. So in the furniture board, I just went to websites like architonic.com or archiproducts.com or just furniture websites that I know, and I try to find the right furniture for this project. It's important to know that if you don't find a 3D model for the chosen furniture, then you need to model it yourself. This is why if you work on 3D visualizing company, you need to know how to 3D model almost anything. Of course, there are also companies who provide 3D models, but most of the time the 3D model doesn't have the necessary details to have an amazing render. In case you find a good enough 3D model, then you also need to have a good material and texture. In the past, I made a couple of tutorials on how to make quality materials in Corona Render, and I will leave the link on the top part. So this part is also very important because in case you have a client and he approves the furniture, he can't say later that he doesn't like the final image because he already approved it. So this method keeps consistency in the project and it helps you finishing the project more smoothly. The color scheme. The next part in our PDF is the color scheme. A well-defined color scheme helps create visual cohesion and harmony within a render. It establishes a unified palette that ties together different elements and enhances the overall aesthetic appeal. When colors are carefully selected and coordinated, they create a sense of balance and unity in the image. Colors have a significant impact on the mood and atmosphere of a render. Different colors evoke different emotions and can set the tone for the scenes. For example, warm tones like red and orange can create a cozy and inviting atmosphere, while cool tones like blue and green can evoke a sense of calmness or tranquility. A thoughtfully chosen color scheme can enhance the desired mood and enhance the storytelling aspect of the render. Colors can be used strategically to create depth and dimension in renders. By exploring techniques such as color gradients, shading and contrast, a color scheme can help add visual depth to objects and spaces. This enhances the three-dimensional feel on the render, making it more realistic and captivating. Ambient lighting plays a crucial role in rendering by providing overall illumination to a scene. It represents the indirect light that is scattered and bounced around the environment, creating soft, diffuse lighting that fills the space. Ambient lighting is essential for creating a sense of realism and naturalness in renderings. So this is the moment when you see the first render of your project. This is the moment when you look at your color scheme, if it's working or not, if the furniture shapes are working well together, and where you can also go back to the initial steps and make changes to improve your render. This is also the moment when you need to show the render to your client and ask for feedback. Adding people to renders serves several important purposes. Including people in the renders help establish a sense of scale and context. It allows viewers to better understand the size of the space or the proportions of the object in relation to human figures. This is especially crucial when presenting architectural or interior designs, as it helps clients or stakeholders visualize how the space will be experienced. Humans naturally relate to other humans, so seeing people in a render can make the images more relatable and appealing. It adds a sense of life and activity to an otherwise static environment. Finding the right picture can be a struggle and it can take hours or even days to find it. But remember, this part of your render is the most important one because this will make the narrative of your image. Creating beautiful renders is a tough task, but in a world where rendering has become an easy task in the last years, it's important to put a little bit more effort on the images that you make and to create an image that can stand out. If you look at the CG Architect 3D Awards from the last years, you'll see that all the winners had an amazing narrative in their 3D images. So as a conclusion for this video, by creating a story or portraying a specific mood, the image can elicit feelings such as joy, sadness, surprise, or intrigue. Emotional engagement enhances the viewer connection to the image and makes it more memorable. The mood board with images is important before starting a 3D rendering project because it establishes a visual direction, facilitates communication and collaborations, inspires creativity, maintains consistency and cohesion, allows for client approval and feedback, and enhances efficiency and time saving. It serves as a valuable tool for guiding the design process and ensuring that the final rendering aligns with the client vision and expectations. Keeps consistency in the project and it helps you finishing the project more smoothly. The color scheme plays a significant role in creating realistic and visual appealing renders by emulating real-world lighting conditions and material properties. A well-expected color scheme can enhance the believability and accuracy of the render. It helps viewers better visualize the space or objects as it would. Ambient lighting in render important for achieving realism, emulating illumination, softening shadows, providing consistency, unity, enhancing and influencing the emotional impact of the scene. It counts overall visual quality and believability of the rendering, maintaining a compelling and engaging visual experience for viewers. Adding people to the render is important because it provides scale and context, creates a human connection, demonstrates functionality and use, aids in marketing and communications efforts, and enhances realism and visualization. But in the end, what people remember is the narrative of the image. Okay, so this is it for today. I hope you didn't get bored with all the information that was presented here. If it's not much to ask, please give it a thumbs up, and in case you found this information useful, share it with your friends, and see you in the next one. Bye!